DAMWON Gaming beating NIP twice in a row on Clubhouse at the Mexico Major. Granted, 8-7 and 8-6, pretty close, but it was NIP. And look, they're pretty strong. I would say they're probably stronger than Elevate, even in their current state. I'm not going to repeat what Dev said about them. That was quite rude, Dev.
We hate it here, don't we? Not the game, just this work environment. Tell you what, unprofessional casters, unprofessional hosts. That's just what we have. But let's get underway, because honestly, this one really does. This is tantalizing. You know, will Elevate capitulate? Will they continue to fight through what has been a bit of a rough mid-year? There's no doubt about it.
It has been a bit rough. The last two stages in particular, I mean, stage one was fantastic for Elevate. They were really up and about. They looked fantastic. It felt like it was probably going to be their year in general, but something really happened in stage two that kind of messed with the formula a bit, and they finally clawed it back for stage three, but regardless, they had that heartbreaking run in playoffs of stage two. I still remember it. I mean, we casted a lot of their lower bracket run. Lower bracket run, upper bracket run. I can't even remember. It felt like they played a lot of BO3s. And every time it just looked like they were on the brink of loss, but they somehow managed to win. And then it finally came to IG, pushed it to 3 maps, but still lost.
Yep.
I don't know. It feels like we're on the track for heartbreak again, honestly.
I hate to agree. I really do hate to agree. But it does feel like this might just be the end. The road is going to be shut. Elevate do not back it up, if they do not fight here on Clubhouse. And the guys had prefaced on the desk that the basics were just not up to par, Raven, and you know, Clubhouse, we've already said it and we'll say it again, this is the map where you need to have your basics down pat. This is where you can't afford to be making little mistakes. This is where you need to stick.
It is, and look, the World reference as well, you know, we saw a pretty good 7-5 win by Elevate against Guts on Playday 1 on Clubhouse. Playday 1. The playoff day 1 on Clubhouse. And look, they looked pretty decent on that. I remember feeling like they were looking fairly strong on Clubhouse, but end of the day, I feel like DAMWON Kia, they are riding some serious momentum right now. They can taste the Sweden Major. They are one map win away. So I think they're going to be a tougher opponent than what Guts presented a couple of days ago. And yeah, to echo the sentiment, Elevate really do have to tighten up those fundamentals. In particular, the starting attack, they've got to get this entry droning a lot cleaner.
Yep. Yeah, it was one thing that was highlighted through and through. That the intel gathering was really what was killing Elevate, especially when you consider the fact that, you know, more often than not, they had very early intel on the drones. Where has that come from? Is that a run out? No. Is it even a pre-fire? It does look like Rim was trying to take that opening engagement, but DCH gets the better of him this time, and a great way for Elevate to start out here.
Look, wouldn't expect any different from Rin. Rin was engaged within 40 seconds of the majority of the rounds on Oregon. Yeah. So, yeah, on Oregon. Once again here on Clubhouse. Starting to lose it a bit, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Once again, Rin engaged. But look, at least Elevate are ready for it, and they won that engagement, and that's good. That's going to help them gather some momentum and start here on Clubhouse.
Bit of pre-fire back and forth there. Oh my god, I thought Onigiri was going to shoot a second drone then. I thought, surely not. Wouldn't have really made a huge difference, but the drone economy has been something that has time and time again been that discussion point. Onigiri taking out default, but they've still got to be careful. There are still 2-3 Valk cams up for Yas. Where they are is anyone's guess at the moment. Zappa, always cautious. Frost is an operator that does get a bit of play on Clubhouse, so you do have to check your windows as you come in.
That you do. Oh, Zappa's just gonna go to work on this hatch. He's a lot of the way through torching this. Electricity is actually even gone. You did see Cat saying was hanging out right below. Thought about doing the trick if that's what they were going to go for, but not to be. And at the moment, DAMWON Kia not doing anything more than they need to. You know, just sitting deep in their positions on site. Elevate are going to work at getting this map control and just try and find a pick. There is one DAMWON Kia player though, up and about on that top floor. It's Yas. He's going to try and come back down towards storage and lounge. But Elevate looked like they were reacting to the fact that he rotated off, but he's actually going to get cleanly away here.
As long as he doesn't get stuck on the door. However, does back away down blue. Will be all but for free back towards site. C4 still in hand, importantly enough. Elevate have taken their time. 30 seconds left. This is actually starting to run a bit thin.
It is time really whittling away. Of course, they do have the man advantage, but it's only by 1. And it can get a bit tough to try and execute here on Clubhouse.
And it can, especially when Wookie Man swings from the Ash Breach and finds 2 kills on a Giri now, trying to clutch up with DCH. They've both been able to find the picks that matter. Yes, coded, that's all that remains here for DAMWON Gaming. They've been able to hold on for long enough. There's no plant being stuck.
There is no plant being stuck. Just, you can see it in that camera about a quarter of a second too late. It was Nerix on that thermite trying to get that plant down. Very unfortunate. He was just a little bit tangled with the player playing deep in Arsenal. But look, good opening round from DAMWON Kia. Even after they lost Rin early, they did a really good job holding on to that one.
That time just, you know, it is such a factor. It is such a factor in Siege, especially when you're taking something like Basement, where there are so many different little hidey holes, there's so many areas for denial. The choke points can really start to become a bit of a double-edged sword, and just felt like Elevate were trying to claw and grasp at straws there. They just weren't getting enough done. And now it is going to be that cash CCTV hold where DAMWON Gaming will no doubt thrive if Elevate hinder in that moment of time.
CC Cash, where DAMWON here decided to go next. Certainly don't blame them. Their lineup pretty standard. You know, they're not really doing anything too outrageous, which is totally fine. You know, certainly Clubhouse is not a map where you do see a whole lot of outrageous strategies. It's generally a lot of the standard with a few variances. I kind of like the Legion pick, and I wonder whether it's just them being cautious that maybe Elevate will bring a shield player, because they were bringing the shield on Oregon. Outside of that, you know, you don't see Legion brought a massive amount. It's still certainly helpful, brings those impacts. A few mines can give you some sound cues, but at the end of the day, he's certainly a great counter towards shield play.
It certainly is. Ever since Legion lost the hologram through the walls, it's been hologram right there.
The icon?
Just the icon. That'll do. As soon as he lost that, like a large majority of that intel gathering kind of diminished with it. So it certainly has been a much more niche pick ever since that happened, which God feels like 2 years ago. But Elevate all out here. Oh my! They're not. Are they thinking about doing this?
Maybe. No. No. Oh, that got tricked as well.
No way. Is that where?
That was Yas. I think he used just the little holes that the Maverick made. So
no.
Big play.
So well played there. Absolutely love to see it. Zappa gets done through his own hole. What is going on? It's a murder hole at its finest. Oh my God.
I don't know, Robert. I think he forgot that he made toe holes. I'm not sure. That was a bit wild, just straight up standing there. It didn't look like he was being very covered by his teammates either. Rin, though, absolutely demolished, but gets the down on Onigiri, surprisingly enough.
Oh, yes.
He's going to be able to be recovered. Yas is just getting so aggressive. That was so close to confirming that Onigiri pick.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Whoa. This is, a little bit uncomfortable with what's going on right now. Not gonna lie, I'm sitting back watching this and it's just going from bad to worse. I'm not gonna lie. DCH though finding a pick in amongst the midst of it all. That's big. That was Cat staying. And now, DWG have lost a lot of the control they need with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, definitely not much time on Agiri and Napier though on the rafters. They're poised. Just stands up. He might have just given DAMWON Kia the strength they need to be able to hold on, as Elevate are now really well prepped to just execute. They're just waiting for this final smoke to dissipate.
Boogeyman with a C4 in hand as well, and he rips the head off of Merrick's that tries to peek around the corner from the breach. Napier is soon to follow. Onigiri has absolutely nothing left in this round. Just put it in the books, it's done.
Operators, you are out of time.
Really good from DAMWON Kia there to bring that one back. It felt like Elevate had the right positions, but I think with Diffuser at breach, it's always the risky dash when it comes to execute if you have to do it last minute. And yeah, it just wasn't quite obscured enough to get through. And 2 in a row for DAMWON Kia in this defense. That is not going to feel good for Elevate.
And I mean, I'm not going to say it, but is it just going to keep snowballing from here? There's an Elevate tack timeout so early on. There are clearly things going wrong in the mental game for Elevate. We saw it on Oregon. We were asking some questions about the comms and about the way that they were starting to play, and it really did just kind of feel disjointed and disgrunted almost. And I mean, I don't want to lean too heavily, but this is dire for Elevate. This is such a huge issue.
It is, and starting to get a bit scary. Of course, they need to salvage some of these attack rounds. You know, it's going to be kind of defender-sided, seems to be Clubhouse, yada yada. But at the end of the day, like, Elevate need to get at least two attack rounds. They've still got a lot to fight for. It's not like it's out of reach, but
No.
they just need to get something behind them, give themselves some confidence back, because something that we noticed early in that round is they just looked a bit disjointed, a bit flustered, just making some really bad mistakes.
And I'm gonna use the Dev Martyr comment that he's just made in Discord, and I will give him the call out. I'm not Xenox, I'm not Guz. I won't just take it for my own and walk away with it. He's made a very good point right now, which is that Elevate cannot afford to really be playing with the kind of pressure that the Sweden major brings with it. The international opportunity that Elevate have been hunting for so long, the thing that it has eluded them for such a long time now. They need to completely move away from that, and they need to start thinking in terms of just winning their ones, bringing it into the simple mindset of what they can achieve round to round.
I think on top of that too, thinking forward, we know that they've confirmed a spot at SI, right? But to say a point that we've been saying a lot, Elevate have never played an international event. To have SI be your first is a lot of pressure. I'm sure it'll still be a great and fun learning experience, but it's a massive amount of pressure. And if there's one thing that we're seeing a bit of a trend of throughout the year, is that Elevate has started to really struggle with these high pressure matches. It's 2 stages in a row. If they don't bring this one back, of course there's still a lot of Siege to play, but if they don't bring this one back, it will be 2 stages in a row where they've had 4 opportunities in playoffs to actually lock in that major spot. That's a lot. Not many teams would be able to say that. In fact, I don't know whether any other team could be able to say that.
So 4 teams in playoffs, one opportunity in regular season at the end of stage 3. Yeah, it really is starting to tell a pretty dire story here. Not one that we like to kind of discuss at all, but one that very much needs to be pointed out. Look at this from Rin, again. Rin, time and time again, will rip your head off, will shut you down within the first minute of the round.
Yep, he's seriously always in these engagements, but he's getting punished. No, he's not getting punished. That has to hurt. I saw him go low HP, and I was sure Onigiri was about to win that. But that was a whiff coming through, and this has to hurt. This has to start to feel really tough for Elevate. They're trying to salvage this back. They really are, but DAMWON Kia just managed to find openings like this, run over the top of them. Rin has just gotten away with murder, and they've got just over a minute now to try and pull back this 3v5.
I have nothing but, I'm so baffled right now. Elevate haven't even stepped foot in the building this round. And it just looks like everything is crumbling at the point where they need it most. Everything is going the way of DAMWON Gaming Kia, especially on Clubhouse. This bars attack is going to be near impossible at this point with only 3 players left for Elevate.
Yeah, and look, that's a point we haven't really spoken a whole lot about, is that it actually is a bars attack. And DAMWON, wow. They did a great job with the early aggression, and Katsang, not afraid to contest through the beams, has just left Sapper and Nerix in a really tough position. They've got 16 seconds to make it work.
Seconds remaining.
Well, the last round was one to put in the books. This one is to start penciling it in. The ink will start to dry in 5 minutes. Woogie, 5 minutes, 5 seconds even. I mean, you might find yourself 1 or 2, but even then, what are you going to achieve? DAMWON, a damning Elevate to a season without a major.
Yep, and look, to harp onto that one again, Dev's just been doing more math in the background based on the statement I was making. It's actually 6 matches, including this one, where if they'd won, they would go to the major. Now, of course, they could still win this one, but that's a massive stat. That is a lot of opportunity that they just haven't been able to seize. And you can go even further back to SI Quals earlier this year and earlier in 2020, that they also kind of didn't lock in the opportunity to go to that international event. It's look, it's a really unfortunate pattern, and it sucks to see. You know, we love this roster. We love interviewing Onigiri. We see some fantastic play from them, but there's just something about the high-pressure matches. It just seems to get to them a bit.
Pocket Psych, I think we've got your new team. I think we've got your new team to work with, because it certainly has just become something that is so obvious to everyone that sees this and hears this. It's something that will elude Elevate once again if they cannot bounce back. Remembering as well, that round just then was on the back of Elevate's time out. They took the tack early, they tried to recompose, and all but instantly did Rin find 2 opening kills before they had even entered the building. Elevate are really in all strife right now. I don't know how many times I can say that.
On the other hand, though, let's kind of talk about DAMWON a little bit. They've had a bit of an opposite. You know, they really have risen to power through stage 2 and 3 in particular. Of course, they made Mexico Major, on track to make the Sweden Major here. And they have been really good at seizing a lot of the opportunities that have come their way.
Yep.
So this is yet another one that they are currently with their hand grasped around, but still a lot of siege to play. They're up 3-0. Onigiri has aggressed in towards Lounge. Rin again, about to be in the opening engagement, but Onigiri this time, he lands that one.
Doesn't miss those. Not when the opportunity is all but handed to him. That's a perfect point to make. DAMWON have just been mighty fine so far. Not just in this series, but throughout the entire lower bracket. Remembering they have made the gauntlet run. 4 best of 3s is what they've had to play over the last 3 days to find themselves in this opportunity. They are the series up. They are 3 rounds up. And if this trend continues, they're going to Sweden.
Well, they're trying to progress this attack. There is a player right below this hatch ready. He gets shut down by Nerix. A double from Nerix once again. Really stepping up for Elevate. 5 versus 2. They've got such a good man advantage. Coded gets tagged by Onigiri. They've still got a minute to play. This round is finally looking all Elevate.
It is. It is. And Coded gets absolutely deleted from Onigiri. Side by side with Nerix that round. They've now made it look a lot better than what it did coming into that round. Is this the point? Is this an opportunity to flick that switch and be competitive once again here on Clubhouse?
Could be. Definitely could be. You know, I could see them running 3 rounds back. Sometimes it can take that, you know, you see your opponent's holds on kind of all 3 sites that they want to on club, and you can start to really work towards countering them. That was a fantastic round in the end. Obviously, it ended up being flawless at that. Just really enabled by finally shutting Rin down kind of on those opening engagements. I think that was a really important kind of confidence booster, if anything, for Elevate.
Defenders, protect
And
your
with the
bombs
proven
being
stat
defused
of
by
Rin
attackers.
right now, it could be a huge difference maker in this matchup, in this game. You can find that early pick onto Rin, who just seems to be ever looming large in the early rounds. Maybe it does look a little bit better. And do see DAMWON go back to cache CCTV, not going to reattempt that basement hold once more. And look, even here, if Elevate tidy up the issues that they had, which, you know, all come from a foothold, all came from one foothold. If they can tidy that up, if they can clear their comms and get that diffuser more so toward the garage rafters where they do have that easier access in to try and plant, or at the very least bait the util out, this will look a lot better. Now we ask of them, what can they tidy up for this round?
Certainly, biggest improvement they can make is just get CC wall open much cleaner, much quicker. Don't lose snapper to it. Just get that out of the way, and they can certainly feel a whole lot more comfortable with the way that the attack could progress.
Torch is ready.
So, it's exactly what they're going to do. And this time around, they're not going to try and do anything a little bit cheeky. I really do wonder whether it was meant to be a breach rush or something last time. Not sure why they didn't just go for the Maverick trick in general in the first place. But either way, this is looking good. Cleared the mute jam with that nade, and now it looks like they're going to be able to get this trick completed in this first minute.
It certainly felt like that, didn't it? The way that all 5 players were over toward Kennel, and oh my goodness, where is that being lit up from? I think Katsang was just behind the B chassis trying to be a little bit cheeky, but Onigiri was watching, willing and waiting, hoping Katsang would give him something more than just the tag. They now have it open within the first minute of the round, tracking much better than they did in the previous.
Yep, definitely are. So now it's about where do they progress the attack.
Reloading on ammo.
You kind of have 2 options. You try and flush out the rafters position, or you could really hard focus on Con and then facilitate the pinch in through kind of Con and Kennels. Looks like Elevate seem keen to try and get this garage control. Saw them really put a lot of pressure on rafters last time. Again, using that Capital, they used the asphyxiating bolts to really, fire bolts, shut down the position so that Rin couldn't move very freely. And if Rin was moving, had to try and hard pick it. So it looks like that's the same play here.
Too long. Onigiri has the haircut from Ren, clotheslining him as he comes up the edge. Katsang from Oil finds the kill and gets away. How is he alive? Now Elevate are trying to find something to even the odd. It looks like the diffuser's actually on site, right?
Bomb located by attackers.
Potentially it is.
Ooh.
DCH though, that's a really good shutdown of Yas trying to flank in through Lounge. Poted, he's hanging out in sight. Katsang's made the long run back up through Master. And just like that, looks like Elevate, they are going to close out that round. Quick succession. That's 2 in a row. This is really good to see them bringing this one back.
A huge round. Elevate, that's what we were hoping for. The util usage and then the execution on top of it was just gorgeous. Really nicely done to flush out that Rafters player. They find the picks that they need, and DAMWON Gaming were left scrambling, crawling, trying to find something and opening anything Elevate would give them. We now go to gym and bedroom to finish up here. The first time we're seeing this site.
Yeah, it is, because they went for the bar site earlier. That worked out on some pretty nice little aggression. So yeah, they've been able to hold gym bedroom until round 6. And look, the expected mark here, so to speak, for DAMWON would be to get this round, move forward with a 4-2 half advantage, and that's it. But at least with Elevate, you know, the way those first 3 rounds went, they should be feeling pretty good that they've at least had these last 2, and they've actually looked like quite decent rounds. You know, they've actually really strung things together. Onigiri's been fragging up pretty well, and just their general setup for that last attack in particular, I thought was just great. You know, they really went through the
10
process
seconds remaining.
perfectly.
Yep. And again, it comes back to that conversation we have every time we go to Clubhouse. It's the mini games, it's the tick boxes that you need to check off as you go. And sure, there are times where sometimes they're not necessarily needed, but more often than not, you know, you do have to do your due diligence. You've got to open kennels, you've got to go and clear rafters. Are you putting pressure in from con? Doesn't make a difference if you do that necessarily, but certainly the first 2 key points are something that set you up for a successful round. And we will see whether they continue to be able to find those mini games. Can they get Jacuzzi wall open nice and quick? Are they going to put pressure across from Cash for Jim?
Swapping mags.
All of these to be answered here by Elevate.
Yep. Already a lot of pressure in around the windows. AP on that LMG, just trying to find something on that free fire. Now, still not seeing a massive indicator here whether Elevate are going to try and just really push out the control that is in around Cash, or whether they're going to ignore it. We are seeing a lot of teams start to ignore it, or start to completely ignore Jacuzzi, for example. But hasn't been a clear indication right now from Elevate. It looks like they're keen, but they're just trying to sort out their hard breaches. They've just completely swapped sides. Sapper's rotated to Jacuzzi, Nerix has rotated to Kennels, and now they're sorting that out. It's really just based on that wall denial, it looks like.
Yeah. Sapper not going to be mucking around with that at all. Loaded. A dangerous game. Made for a C4 hand in hand. No. Sapper decides better of it for now, but this C4 could be huge. Does he throw it through? No, it just lands. Oh, what? No.
Attackers
I
have
think
recovered their
it landed like on the edge of the breach, and cause half of them was sticking outside, it's gonna hurt, and poor Sapper is punished to it. But the good news, Onigiri's found the trade over in con. They've got the control in through Cash. Rin flushed out of logistics, so at least now, DAMWON Kia kind of all pushed into sight. It's just about Elevate finishing up this setup.
That's just it. Double in logistics at the moment. It looks like it's going to be Yass holding while Rin tries to rotate now. Boogeyman is well and truly safe, sitting behind the couches. 40 seconds. Elevate pretty much all toward con here.
Trying to flush out this final player in towards Logi. They've got some really good pinch positions. You can see DAMWON really all stacked up in towards the hallway and back of sight. DCH has found a good opening here. Manic 30 seconds in. They've got the man advantage.
That's exactly what they're hoping for. Napew goes big. Yass now needs the clutch. He's been given the first 2. Now, he plays for time. He slows down. Around the corner, Napew holds strong. And Elevate go 3 straight rounds on the trot to make it 3 apiece.
They've done a great job, honestly. They were down 0-3. It was looking quite grim. It really was. We felt like DAMWON was starting to run away with it. They obviously clawed back map 1, or DAMWON got the victory in map 1. But Elevate, they did a great job. They've got 3 rounds in a row here on the attack. They've equaled it out 3-3. Now they get to rotate to defense. This is their map pick. You know, I feel like they should be feeling a bit of confidence within themselves right now.
Backing themselves in, they're going to need to. It's going to be a long series. It doesn't end here if they can take this map. They hope, they pray that Bank will be on the agenda. But they're in the best possible position to do it. DAMWON Gaming Kia. I mean, do you say they've let the ball slip, or is that just Elevate forcing their way back into the game?
I think Elevate have definitely forced themselves back in. A couple of instances, it felt like there were instances where maybe DAMWON were just playing a little looser than they were previously. Maybe like they felt the confidence, or really felt like they had this in the bag. But no, credit to Elevate. It's hard to beat momentum, it's hard to turn momentum, especially when
10 seconds remaining.
you know, players will always say they weren't thinking about previously missed opportunities or previous losses, but it's always kind of there in the subconscious. And to have lost map 1, to be down 0-3, you know, it takes mental fortitude to turn that around. So it's definitely big credit to Elevate in that first half to face that. get 3 rounds in a row, equal it out, and now that they're on defense, there's certainly an essence of comfort that they should be feeling.
I guess that's all it can be at this point, is an essence. We've seen what DAMWON Gaming here can really start to achieve on their attack. I thought yes, I thought maybe. You never know, you never truly know. I thought there was a potential to run directly into the open arms of Napier, who is going to be a vital part of this round. If he can go undetected there, he may well be able to kind of diminish the impact that they have from Kitchen.
Just be able to, very aggressive here from Onigiri. This is a very big risk-reward style of play. And reward is what Nerix has found right here. He's found that opening onto Yas. Been such an important player for DAMWON, and especially that Jackal. But look at that, our friend Rin here, aggressive towards site within this first minute, looking to find an opening pick, and this could be huge for DAMWON if Rin finds an opening.
Is he going to see the player just on the other side? There's no way. There's no way. They're side by side. Rin now has an opening onto site. Coded finds on Agiri. Oh no! Like a snake in the grass, Sapper waits for the timing, finds himself a double. Woogie trades back. But a 2v3. DAMWON Gaming with only 2 hard breaches left as Elevate. They're setting themselves up quite nicely here for a 4th on the trot.
Absolutely are, and that was a key gunfight. Diffuser down in dirt, all on the shoulders of Boogeyman. He's in blue, but he's got a lot to find. Not going to find any of them as Napier shuts him down. Elevate, they have found 4 rounds in a row, and maybe they are starting to steam towards taking map 2 here in the series.
I mean, do we start talking about it? Can we start to say Elevate have turned their own storyline around? What a way to close out the APAC playoffs it would be if we could see Elevate force this to a 3rd, if we could see a barn burner of a game on Bank. DAMWON Gaming certainly let the ball slip. They have to tidy things up here. We know that they are dangerous on Clubhouse. We know that this is a map that they can do their own amount of damage on.
Attackers need to locate and
Definitely
defuse
do.
as many bombs
It was
as
their
they
map pick, right? There has to be something in it. There has to be. And they have really done a great job bringing it back, and it's starting to feel like it really is their map pick, right? They're starting to show quite a lot of proficiency here. They're starting to run rings around what DAMWON here are doing. Gotta say also though, you know, DAMWON here are making a couple of mistakes. Rin's position definitely could have been advantageous. It didn't work out, but also was it completely necessary? Like maybe there was something else more important to the push that Rin could have contributed to that might have worked out differently for DAMWON here. It's always hard to say, but at the end of the day,
5 seconds.
Elevator found 4 rounds in a row. They're flying, and the onus is kind of on DAMWON here now to kind of do what Elevate did, where they had to try and stop that momentum and swing it back in their favor.
Here's a question for you. Do you ever expect Sapper to be just on the other side of a soft wall, prone with a shotgun in hand?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, isn't it? It's 6 1/2 dozen in the other for either way you want to tell that story. And yes, we can start to get a bit of an idea now. Can DAMWON tidy up their mistakes? It just feels like it's a game of one team making a bit of a blunder, then the next team having an issue, then the next team, and the next team. It's just never, it hasn't ended so far. Oregon and Clubhouse seems to be trending in that way.
That's kind of how those maps play out. But look, already decent progress here from DAMWON. They've actually gone and used the exothermic charge to breach kennels. So Boogeyman, it's a lot of gas in the tank, but oh, Nagiri, speaking of gas in the tank, he has really gassed up his tank for this Clubhouse game. He's really playing solid to Elevate. Found the opening onto Gas, and once again, Elevate starting off on a good foot.
Dev would be proud. Dev would be proud. Onigiri hasn't had the most impactful playoffs, but he certainly has now. may well have found his team the opening and maybe the round if they can continue to hold in the way they have. What is the call from DAMWON here? Are they looking for something a little bit faster? Are they looking to change things up? The answer is no.
They're really figuring out their push, and what's really crucial here is Elevate just have such good positions. They're really spread out, still holding con control. DCH still on a bit of a run. He's going to try and do the cheeky oil peak. It definitely caught out Elevate. They weren't careful about it, so might work out advantageous in this way. But we're ticking down into the last minute. It's really important for DAMWON here to make a move, and that they have. Katsang has found the opening needed.
Rin finds the kill onto Onigiri. Nerix quickly trades out, but what a call. DAMWON find DCH, who was trying his best to be in a cheeky position. Speaking of cheeky, what is this from Napier? They know he's there. The pings come out, and that's going to be the free kill for Woogie. It's now onto Nerix, the 1v3.
Seen him do it before. Just got under 30 seconds. Try and stall out. He's gonna aggress, but unfortunately he's not gonna find anyone. There's verticals though on the window. It's a run in from the breach from Coda that looks like getting set up for the plant. Plant is going down in cash though here, Rob. Nerix is gonna have to try and salvage this.
Oh, they're off the diffuser. 5 seconds, maybe, if he makes it through to cash. He might be able to isolate the 1v1. But that would have been devastating for DAMWON.
Really would have. They finally advanced around to some solid control there, and it felt like Elevate, at least in the early parts, you know, maybe we're going to take that one as well, but no, that was really important for DAMWON Kia. They finally stunted that 4-round streak from Elevate. They've got some skin back through their attacks, and Elevate are going to move through. They're not going to stick that again on Cash CC. They're going to try and go for the gym bedroom defense.
That's the thing with Clubhouse. When 3 sites are all as viable as each other, you don't really need to reattempt a site unless you know with all of your heart that you can win it, that you can foresee what the issue is. It just doesn't feel like it's all that necessary, and it's a great call to move on, but it really now comes down to Elevate and how they adapt moving forward. DAMWON have shown that they're not willing to give up. And Elevate, we've seen them stand to a call before. This one just feels a little bit, I don't know, it just feels like something extra here. You know, Dev's gone back through the archives to find the, yeah?
Oh, just as an instant Rio. I'm pretty sure it might have been like a quarter of a second off, but it looked nice.
Love it.
I do love it.
To locate a bomb and defuse it.
Well, yeah, I guess to finish up my point there, SI 2020 Quals Grand Final, they lost to Fnatic 2-0. SI 2021 Quals, they lost to CAG 2-1 after they went up, so they were reverse swept. And then of course we've already prefaced, there's been 2 stages now where they've been denied the direct invite to the major on the last play day. Then they've run the entire upper bracket and they've lost both opportunities. This would be an 8th chance gone begging for an international opportunity in the last 2 years.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah, look, definitely not something I think they want on their plate. So they're doing a good job to try and stop it from happening. They really have brought themselves back into this, putting a lot of pressure back into the corner of DAMWON here. And for Elevate, of course, I mean, for both teams, they're only 3 rounds away from taking this map, but I feel like that feels probably more significant here for Elevate, given the struggles. And Snapper, talk about significance, he's taken Rin out as the opening pick.
Rin is DWG's own double-edged sword. He either finds the pick or he gets picked. It's not as simple as that by any means. Certainly loves those early engagements. Nerix knows that with that man up, he can afford to be cheeky. He can be a little bit of that ever-looming presence. What's going on there?
Oh,
That was nearly a DK for sure.
I thought that was going to be a TK, but
Yep.
no. Managed to be a fairly clean trade in the end, and Elevate, they are riding the storm here. 3 versus 2, still a minute to play for DAMWON Kia to set this up. On the shoulders of Boogeyman and Katsang. Certainly both playing operators and in positions to make something happen. Diffuser will need to be recovered if they at least want to go for the plant, but Elevate just have some great positions deep in sight here to try and protect this.
Woogie's found himself in a position that he might be able to capitalize on, but with Katsang going down, it just looks like it's getting worse and worse. Woogie now trying to take the individual fight on a Nerix. If that opens up, the player's still stuck in con, and it could be game on, sorry, but Elevate stand tall when they need to, and this is looking much, much better on the defense.
Yeah, still pretty clean from Elevate. DAMWON just, again, starting to let it slip a little bit, and in fact they have been the opening kill every attack round so far. Well, that's certainly not helping. I mean, they did win one, but it never helps. And Yas and Rin being those opening deaths, two of the most impactful, if not the two most influential and impactful players for DAMWON Kia. You don't want them to be sitting on the sidelines in that first 30 seconds to a minute. So I think that is definitely having an impact, but the other thing is Elevate have just kind of stepped it back up here. They are really presenting some decent form, and man, this operator lineup is wild. Got the Vigil,
yeah.
the Warden, and the Chanka.
Yep, they're really going for it. Chanka doubled up with the smoke as well, just for a little bit of extra time denial. I guess, you know, it's a site where you do have a lot of different choke points that you can hold out, and I guess if you have both the Chanka and smoke, you've got so much time you can burn through, especially when DAMWON will be forced to make a decision on where they're going to be going from, and generally you have somewhat of an idea as a defense.
5 seconds
I
left.
guess depending on how you open things up, but they are going to leave the hatches open, so they really are playing into Napu on the Vigil here.
Yep, super curious and excited to see how this plays out.
Alex, where are you going?
He's on a bit of a run as the Lord and keen to contest something on the roam. Curious to know how much of this DAMWON Kia managed to spot through their initial drones, and how much they're going to be ready for. Again, it's just so obvious that Elevate, they want some early contests here. They want to try and go for these opening picks. I would love to see DAMWON maybe adapt to this and either ignore or try and hard push it out, but either way, time could be a big factor in this round if they don't act quickly.
Certainly could be. That's saying to know that there's someone just on the other side. Oh my god, that's Nerix down. I mean, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but generally, your operator that can waste time is more like your Vigil, your Warden,
Knock, knock.
or your Jaeger. What is Tachanka boy doing up in con?
Look, there could be many reasons, but either way, he just got absolutely shut down. It was some great droning and some really good teams from Kia to make that happen. I think if anything, you know, there's also some plant denial potential there that it's just been completely eroded away. Rin once again has just found a big opening in blue, and there's a couple of extra rotate holes made this time, but the fact that Rin's been able to creep down and get this control, he's going to be able to stop Elevate retaking that, and it can be such a crucial position holding on to this side.
That's it, all that time that could be wasted from Nerix is now gone by the wayside. Sapper now gonna have to hold on here.
See you on the other side.
Napu just playing the game of impacts, and he'll be able to back away now. Bit of time burnt. I guess that's really all. Oh, hang on, only 2 bloody X-Kairos left. I hope that Coda's got everything else he needs, because that's the last opportunity. Without Boogeyman, of course. I'm sure has already opened up the hatches they need. Bit of peekaboo! Oh,
Located by
what
attacker.
is that? What on earth is that?
Oh, look, at least it was traded, but 30 seconds to go. DAMWON Kia, they've got the man advantage. They're going to have to try and build off this DCH under a lot of pressure into the kitchen hatch. He's not going to be able to stave this off. Katsang ends him. 20 seconds to go.
Coded sends it deep, but I'm pretty sure this is all she wrote. Onigiri gets his head ripped off his shoulders, and very strange round from Elevate.
Yeah. No, look, a bit unfortunate that it fell apart with the roam. Nerix, maybe he felt a bit like fish out of water. You know, he's generally the guy that's on site. We talked about his role has continuously kind of been more hard breacher on attack, a lot of anchor roles on the defense. As you can see here, he's gone for the smoke. It's generally been his default. The playing the Tachanka side, I don't know, maybe not quite in his element. But yeah, it was never really recovered by Elevate. And DAMWON look, great job just kind of snowballing the momentum through the site, and they did had a really good effort in closing that one out. And it's starting to get difficult to separate these teams on Clubhouse.
Yep.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Well, here's the thing. We have to go to full regulation to decide a victor here. It's either Bank or Sweden. That's all it is. 2 rounds could determine their fate for either team. And feels like that one was somewhat of a freebie in a sense. DAMWON, they did exactly what they needed to do with the opportunity at hand. And now we do see Elevate on this defense. It has been hit and miss for both teams. A bit more successful for DAMWON, but you know, I don't mind the Onigiri sticking the Warden there. Could be menacing considering what Onigiri has done so far.
Could be. He is once again stepping up here for Elevate. Kind of shades of the last time these two played. We saw the historical match. It was the second map in that BO3 series. It was Oregon, but at the end of the day, Onigiri went 16 and 8 or something, I can't remember. He had a really big game. He's doing so once again. Just a matter of whether it turns out to be a victory for Elevate or not. Doing a bit of a different style of trying to open this wall here on the Habana. It's been muted with the lower pellets though, so they're having to deal with that right now.
Maybe close enough. Still half of the ex-Kairos caught by the drone hole mute jammer, or so you would
Bomb
imagine.
located by attackers.
They're going to deal with that one next up as well. Just like that, they should have everything that they need for kennels now.
Yep, they will. And look, have not seen that for a while. The ex-Kairos trick on the wall, get top and bottom, you can just open the middle. It's similar to a Maverick trick, but
Yep.
yeah, look, kind of cool to see it. Hard to argue whether that's worth it though. I mean, they had to burn a lot of utility just to do that. They could have just Maverick tricked it, but I don't know. See how it plays out otherwise.
I was actually thinking the other day, I hadn't seen that for such a long time, and there you go. Fair enough. I'd almost completely forgotten about it, but I guess now they're going to be somewhat diminished in that util department, as you said. 1 flash left for Coded, 1 nade apiece for Yas and Woogie. Katsang still with 2 smokes, but you got to remember as well, Giri is still on the Warden. They also have the Evil Eyes of Napu. So Elevate would be quite well set up for this.
Definitely are. 5v5 as you tick into the last minute, certainly back yourself on defense, but Coded, he backs himself in an engagement with Napu. Really strong engagement. Now this shield is a huge play here. Katsang needs the unshield to get past. He's gonna kill Onigiri before he does so, and that allows him to get that vault over. DAMWON Kia running over Elevate all of a sudden.
Sapper and Nerix, gotta remember, this is for match point right now. This is for match point. Nerix holds on, Coded sends it in. Now, Sapper, what can he get done? Can he get a lucky shot off? It doesn't look like it. Oh, yes, he can! 15 seconds left, Boogie finds the kill. They now know exactly where Sapper is. Katsang's going to play this a lot safer. There's still a C4. Oh no, don't you dare throw that C4 over the top. No, he's not in a position to. 5 seconds left. Rin has to hold. Can he deny from below? Elevate! They find it through the vertical. They are on match point.
Boy, oh boy, I can't believe DAMWON Kia just lost that. That was a big opportunity for them to move to match point, but big props to Elevate. They had just all the info that they needed and played the end of round really smart there. Great job. They are a match point. This is a really big deal. They're going to go to gym and bedroom. We have seen it, and it was won by Elevate back in round 9.
It'll need to be done again. Need to go back to back here on gym. Like we said before, it is Bank or it is Sweden. Now, OT
Attackers need to locate
is
and
all
defuse bombs.
DAMWON have if they want to close this out in 2. We will have to see it to round 14 or potentially 15 should they be able to bring this round back. And there has been multiple opportunities for both of these teams that they've both taken and lost at the same token. Hasn't been the cleanest of games, but it's certainly been something that has kept us excited and kept us guessing as well.
That seemed really close. Clubhouse, ever since DAMWON kind of shot out to that 3-0 lead, once Elevate brought it back, it's just been impossible to
Attackers'
separate
objective
them.
is to locate
So
a bomb and defuse it.
my gut feels like this would be a 6-6 and we'll go to overtime. But you never know. I mean, Elevate have really started to step it up on these defenses, and Napew with the spawn peek from Strip. He's going to take out Yas once again, being the opening death. That is the 3rd time in the half for him.
That's got to be a huge tilter for DAMWON Gaming Kia moving forward now. Elevate be very happy with the progress that they've been able to make here. Boogie Orbit opening a line to ensure that they can catch that player trying to peek onto the balcony should they need to. They're not going to open it up yet. And make sure that if there are any mute jammers, it's easy to deal with. Bit by bit now, DAMWON have a lot to try and claw back.
Yeah, not great. You know, it's a lot of info gathering. It's nades. It's a pretty good sharpshooter for your team that hasn't had an impact for, honestly, 3 of these rounds so far on the attack. So certainly going to have an effect here. Now this could be big. They're going to try and burn ADSs if they're there. They're not. Nade is primarily, though, for the utility. And they're going to clear that up. So
Knock, knock.
all going open. This is some decent progress here from DAMWON here.
Is decent good enough. DAMWON really would not want to see this go to Bank regardless of how comfortable they are on it. Do not want to see this go to a 3rd. There's an opportunity to be on match point now and Elevate with the man up. This is the best possible place that they could find themselves. Geary re-aggressing into bathroom there. Coming from underneath. It's something that Elevate are going to have to be aware of.
Into the final minute. This is starting to stack in favor of Elevate. DAMWON here, they have to start to get moving. They have to start to put some pressure onto these defensive positions. Rin, as always, just somehow is right next to site, waiting for someone to run it away. A lot of utility that hasn't been used from Rin, but it doesn't matter. He can use the bullets. He's found that opening, and just like that, DK, they're able to build off this.
Kat Sang is holding from the logistics hatch, and they're making it work. My goodness, DAMWON Gaming don't give up without a fight. Woogieman sidesteps the C4, and Napew gets shut down. We are going to overtime.
That we are. That we are. And again, look, it felt like it was inevitable. This whole half has just not really been giving us a clear winner. So it's fitting to go to OT. We're going to see DAMWON reprise their role of attacking on OT. We've seen 3-3 halves, so we can't really call it like it's been favored either way. And look, this could be a fitting way to either end the series or at least push us to the 3rd map.
I mean, at this point, heading into match 3, I said it on the desk before, I didn't think that fatigue was going to be a factor for DAMWON, considering, you know, they have had to run through 3 best of 3s just to get here. I thought maybe coming into this series, They were going to have that fire burning underneath them. All the hard work had been done up until this point, and now they could just focus on this game. But surely, if we head to bank, that will be 2 best-of-3s that have gone the full distance with an overtime in both matches. I mean, that would be... surely it would have to start to hinder the mental. But I guess we will have to wait and see. They could still close it out here.
Definitely could. Now Elevate continuing on the defense. Napier on the cap can now. He has certainly been flicking around which operators he plays. I'm going to have a look at this match tracker real quick. And it has not stayed particularly stable. He's played Vigil, Maestro, Valkyrie, and now Capcan. Really embodying a true kind of flex player role.
Yes, if you can have an impact on multiple different operators, why not? Continue to show your prowess in that factor. Again, Rin, never shy of trying to find an opening pick. Never shy of being inside the building. My man Rin doesn't slow down for anyone or anything.
I'll be critical for a little bit here, and I kind of just said it in our cast chat before. I'm not sure I've seen Rin use any Sophia utility, so guess he doesn't need to.
Why do you need to?
He's found Napier on the opening in his first minute, pushed aggressive down main stairs, just cutting that nice and early. Just look, it's pretty key right here. To shut this down early is going to be great. To find a pick onto Onigiri as well is going to be big, giving themselves a massive man advantage and so much time to make something work.
Oh, Nerik's position is now well and truly known. He does have the vertical line, but Rin should surely win this. He doesn't even get a bullet off. Nerik shuts him down before he can do it. Coded will shut Nerik's down in return. DCH and Sapper, they've got so much work to do. And look at the time. Look at what Rin has given DWG. Look at everything that they have in front of them.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Big opportunity to move to match point is exactly what they have in front of them right here. 4 versus 2, as you said. Lots of time on the clock. 5 drones at their disposal as well. You know, there's no reason they should be caught out by any of these positionings from Elevate. All for DAMWON Kia to win here. Time for DCH and Sapper to stand up if they want to save this round for Elevate.
They both have their moments. DCH finding Coded now. Yas tries to go in. Sapper with the shotgun up close, shuts him down. Surely not again. Elevate through and through. Continue to find rounds that they shouldn't. DCH now plays on a pixel line. 30 seconds for DWG to play this one out, and they know exactly that DCH is on the other side. There is nothing he can do to deny that plant, and it's all in the post.
Post, playing it very patiently, trying to see if there was an exit through church wall to catch that opening pick. What's going to happen? He's trying to bait these shots, Manic. He's trying to figure out these positions, but this is going to be tough.
Certainly is. The second he tries to make way through that double door, he's going to be spotted just like that. Boogeyman holds on to the angle. It's DAMWON Gaming Kia, match point.
Match point indeed, but it's not just match point. It's series point. It's Sweden major point for DAMWON Kia right here. They're on the defense too. It is going to be Church Arsenal that they're going to. Looking back to their defense half, which feels like an absolute distant memory. They won it in round 1 and lost it in round 4. And in fact, the time that they lost it, it was a flawless round for Elevate.
Yeah.
So certainly no set thing here, but they're going to have to be feeling good after weathering quite the comeback from Elevate to be pushing this to overtime match point. They've got to be feeling good coming into this.
It's now or never. It is truly now or
Attackers
never.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
And as edgy or as rocky as this site has been, this has to be it for DAMWON. No doubt, Elevate will throw everything at the kitchen sink toward this roster, toward this defense now. that holds on not just to match point, not just to series point, but to major point.
Big pressure for DAMWON Kia. I mean, big pressure for both. It's about Elevate trying to salvage this opportunity, but DAMWON Kia, they're trying to book themselves that
5
ticket,
seconds left.
as Chiefs did last night in the upper bracket final.
Attackers
Would
must
be
locate
one of
and
these teams
defuse the
joining
bomb.
them. So yes, lots of pressure, but we know DAMWON Kia, they've done it before. They did it in stage 2, and they do it here again in stage 3.
All signs point to yes. But are Elevate looking to destruct? Are they looking to break their own curse? DCH. It's been hit and miss some of these rounds. It's had big impacts, but has also been hindered by the power that DWG have shown. Rin goes low. It had to have been from Oil.
Definitely had to have been from Oil. Oh, taken lower again from that nade. Literally clinging onto life is Rin. Onigiri still shot in the heel as he tries to get up the ladder, but you know, that may not be a kill, but that certainly helps. A bullet to anywhere on Rin is going to be a kill, so that can help in a later engagement for sure. But Elevate, they need to start progressing this attack. You can see them now, they're in the building. Stacker in particular, he's got a big job ahead. He's got to open this moto hatch. It's going to put pressure onto this defense. It's going to force them to kind of reposition further into sight to not play spread out. But he's going to have to be careful because we've seen it already. DAMWON Kia, they are happy to play aggressive around this hatch.
They certainly are. Katsang has backed away though, grabbed the Electric Claw and bailed back to Church. Hang on a second. They're looking directly through the line of sight. That's Yas down. They can't finish it off though. Are they going to back it up, or are they just going to wait and bide their time? A minute on the clock still here.
Oh, really big missed opportunity. They've just used stuns and frags. Onigiri has finally cleaned up Rin though. Tried to go on the reflank.
Bomb
Looks
has
like
been located.
Yas is going to be low. Coated getting aggressive up Oil. Onigiri might not be ready for this. Might drop to his death. And he drops it, gets the pick in fact. Unbelievable from Onigiri. Elevate are pushing this and potentially making it 7-7.
Backs are up against the wall now. 3 versus 5. You're somewhat in favor here. Katsang getting absolutely lit up everywhere he goes. Sapper trying to open things up here. Bit by bit. Elevate are wearing DWG down. That could be big though.
It could be getting Churchfall open. It gives them a really critical entry point. Pressure is on right now. Elevate, they've got the man advantage. They need to win this.
Yeah, Yas does find one. Boogeyman, the only player left here. He has rotated, and this should be done and dusted. Elevate are not done in the series. They are not done on Clubhouse, and they are not letting the major go just yet.
They are not. We are going the full distance on Clubhouse, round 15. Elevate and DAMWON Kia. The pressure is firmly on right here. Again, DAMWON Kia are hunting for the Sweden ticket. Elevate are hunting for map 3 to have their own opportunity to get that Sweden ticket. I tell you what, this is so tight here, Manic.
Looks like there will be attack timeout called in the final round. It's for DAMWON Raven.
Oof. Definitely feels like everyone needs a breather right here.
Yeah.
This has become quite a tense match, especially continuously thinking about what is at stake here. This is not just any old best of 3. This isn't about progressing through the bracket. There is no more matches. This is the end of the APAC playoffs. And the Sweden Major, no short feet, no small feet. It is a big opportunity. Elevate, they've already booked a chance at SI, but for DAMWON Kia, if they want a chance to make it to SI without playing qualifiers at least, they need to get to the Major. So really, really I mean, it works for both sides, but really
Yeah.
important round coming up right now.
We're not at that final hurdle for Elevate. Or rather for DAMWON Kia. We are there for Elevate. This really could be
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
a
attackers.
deal sealer. It could confirm no international appearances of 3 opportunities that they have had. SI 2021 is confirmed for Elevate. Can they find their ticket to Sweden? If they can bring this back, I don't know what to say.
Yep. Really could be big. So
10
let's
seconds
see
left.
what is in store for us. Elevate, they have gone for the gym bedroom
5
defense.
seconds to insertion.
They feel like this is what they can do
Attackers must locate
to
and
win
defuse a bomb.
this map. Push it to the third. Now, gym bedroom, looking back. Previous defenses for Elevate. They were unsuccessful in round 12. They were successful in round 9. It's the only 2 times they've played it. So again, it doesn't give us much. 50-50 there. Let's see what DAMWON Kia can muster on this attack.
Certainly have been finding it quite troublesome with these opening frags. I tell you what, it feels like every time I look, Elevate are just pushing them to their limits and finding picks, never giving them a second's rest. When they do, it's a quick trade. Minute off the board and 2 minutes left for DAMWON Kia to close this game. Look at Napew though. Napew is hungry as ever. Rin once again meets his maker at the hands of an Elevate player.
Ironically, probably the first time Rin's used Zofia utility, and it's probably cost him his life, but is what it is. Rin, the opening death again. Look, it's been a big story with this map. Rin constantly involved in these opening engagements, but it hasn't worked out a lot on Clubhouse. APL, that is a big pick, but still, got a minute 30 on the clock. DAMWON Kia have started to make some good progress. Jacuzzi wall open, putting pressure on site onto these defenders, but Elevate, they hold fast for now.
Loading new magazine.
So do we. One thing we do not hold is our
Located
breath,
by
because I
attackers.
tell you what, a minute, I don't think I'd be doing too well after that one. Onigiri just stuck in bathroom Sapper. Back on. Nerix does look to go for a swing. Now finding a kill on Onigiri. This is now getting a bit spicy. With a minute left, they've evened the man count. And they've taken Jacuzzi control.
They have, this is really big. Coded and Katsang, they've both pushed up to this aggressive position. Katsang is in with that Monty. Coded in for a potential opportunity to plant. Katsang going deep with the shield as well. Sapper's got a great angle, but don't think he realizes what's ahead of him. But this C4 could be huge. Katsang gets out of the way just in time. Oh boy, DAMWON Kia, they are looming for this execute.
Hit uncoded. They fall back. Quick trades do not favor either. It's Woogie Man again, going big. Sapper catches the side of Katsang. Nerix and Sapper. The Sweden Major is on the line. They don't want to lose this opportunity. Nerix nearly goes massive. Coded, turning the corner. 8 seconds left. Sapper hides in the bathroom of corner. Sapper tries to stick. And that's gonna be the free kill. I tell you what, Elevate are forcing this game through and through. The Sweden Major spot is going to be determined on bank.
Oh, that was a tense finish to that map, and a fitting finish to that map. I tell you what, that was perfect embodiment of what we just saw on 15 rounds of Clubhouse. Massive effort from Elevate. I tell you what, down 0-3. I know that's only a small scoreline, but it felt like they were potentially out for the count. DAMWON Kia had built such momentum, but Elevate turned it around. They stood up so many times throughout that, and now they have one last chance on